There are many career options one can choose or switch to after learning graphic designing with Photoshop. Here are 7 of the most stable career paths you can choose after learning graphic designing with Adobe Photoshop tutorials. You can be a graphic designer, creative director, UX designer, UI designer, product developer, art director, or freelancer. Now, fortunately, you don't need to be a professional graphic designer or digital marketing expert to learn how to use Photoshop. To learn Photoshop, use these 4 resources to begin your journey to Photoshop mastery, brush up on the fundamentals, and even learn advanced image manipulation technique for free. So now, let's begin with the first on our list of places you can learn how to use Photoshop for free is the Tuts Plus network of learning sites. Although the Tuts Plus network does offer premium content for a price, its selection of a free tutorial is extensive. Rather than focusing on the lengthier project-based tutorial, Tuts Plus tends to offer shorter bite-sized lessons on specific techniques. In addition to its content on topics such as brushes, color corrections, and typography, Tuts Plus also offers several tutorials on fundamentals of digital imaging such as image file types and compressions. They have very useful information for the Photoshop novice. Photoshop Cafe is another excellent resources for free tutorial. Although they push their product range pretty hard throughout the site, there are still plenty of freebies you can take advantage of. Although some of the tutorials on Photoshop Cafe are similar to those offered by other sites, the language used is simple enough for beginners to dive right in. Photoshop Cafe also offers visual guides to potentially complex topics such as alpha channels and automating common tasks using actions. Now let's move on to the next website, which is Adobe itself. Nobody knows Photoshop better than Adobe, so your first call should be the excellent learning resources on the Adobe site. Adobe splits its tutorial into varying categories based on the skill level. Complete beginners should begin with the overview of what Photoshop can do before moving on to the intermediate technique section. Here you will find video tutorials on how to use a range of Photoshop's most commonly used features such as masking, color correction, cropping, vector and shape tools, and working with the layers and labels. Once you've gotten a taste of Photoshop's broad tool set, you can move into the project-based tutorials which walk you through a complete project from start to finish. Next up, we have Udemy. Udemy has a range of online classes for Photoshop, but the most popular is Manfred Warner's course. Over 12 hours spread out across 78 individual lectures, this is one of the most comprehensive Photoshop courses you can take pretty much anywhere. Once you have paid to take this course, which is cost just around $50, you will have access to it for life, making it an excellent reference resource. Well, that pretty much does it for this roundup of Photoshop resources. Whether you are a seasoned Photoshop pro or are just starting out using this amazing software package, hopefully you will pick up few tips and tricks from one of these resources. Now I do hope that you did get some value out of this video, and if you think you like my content, please make sure go ahead and smash that like button right now. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And that brings me to the end of this video. I will see you in the next video.